What's up, guys? Welcome back to Fender Control Gaming. This is Doug, and finally, here is 60 Parsecs. Now, this is the sequel to 60 Seconds. It's a little different. This time, you're a bunch of scientists up on a space station, and a few different things. You can pick your captain. Instead of having, either Ted or Dolores being the mother and father of the family, you pick your captain. Now, each of your characters here, you got 6 choices. Each character has a different attribute they're good at. So we got Emmett here, who's smart, but he sucks at everything else. You got Dee Dee, who's extremely agile, but not very smart or strong. You got Baby Bronco, who's amazingly strong, but he's an idiot. And then you got 3 different characters here who all are pretty much mediocre. So we're going to pick Emmett. He's the only one who has half a brain, apparently. And it's just like 60 Seconds in the fact that the first part of it is running around collecting supplies and trying to throw them into your escape pod as opposed to your bomb shelter. So that's the first part of the game. We're going to start with that. There's a few other differences, and we'll get into them as we get into the pod and into the main part of the game. Just like with 60 Seconds, though, the first thing you've got to do is collect all your people and supplies. So while we're waiting, I can't shove Bronco. Alright, so I'm trying to map out what I need to grab while I'm up here. I got Baby Bronco here. Unfortunately, I didn't see controller support for this, so I'm having to use keyboard and buttons, but it's a little easier on me because instead of WSAD, which I suck at, I can at least use my directional arrows, which makes a little more sense to me. Come on, lady. Okay, drop this crap off. Another thing, you saw that big box I just picked up? That box is actually resources for crafting. So you want to try to grab as much of that as you can. I didn't want the soup, but I got soup now. How much time do I have? Not a lot. Come on, dude, you're going to have to come. I don't have time to grab anybody else. Come on. Oh, I'm running out of time. Hurry, Emmett. Hurry, 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 hurry. Oh, looks like I'm wasting a little bit of time here, but I don't have time to go get anything. Alright. So, got all my supplies. We're now in the escape pod. We're leaving Earth from the same explosion that triggered 60 Seconds. Now, we're traveling far, far away from Earth. And we got to try to survive in a very similar fashion to 60 Seconds. Now, one difference is you don't need water. You just have to worry about your soup in this one. So, just like with 60 Seconds, you can go 4 or 5 days without soup. Everybody's fine. So what all did I end up grabbing? Got 5 soup, got a communicator, got a whole crew, got some resources for this, got armor, got a gun, and some duct tape. All in all, not good, not bad. I didn't get my handbook. Shit. Well, let's start with day 1 here. Hello there, Astro Computerized Assistant reporting for duty. You must be Emmett, right? I'm pleased to announce that according to my data, you qualify to become the captain of this vessel. Welcome aboard the escape shuttle, Captain. On behalf of the Astro Citizen Program, please accept our apologies for the tiny misfortune of being transported 60 parsecs away from Earth. Recommended course of action, find a safe place to land, and then try to contact the outside world. Please turn on the main computer for further instructions. It's located in the center of the shuttle. Follow the regular rationing protocol and feed your crew. Take it away, Captain. Alright. So, Captain, this is the first day of your command and your interstellar voyage. An inspiring speech is in order. Everyone is really looking forward to your speech, Captain. So am I. This is it. You can really show what breed of captain you will be on this incredible journey. What kind of speech will you give? Now, as you can see here, I have 3 different choices. It isn't yet all things in this aren't just yes and no. He's got intelligence, so we're going to go with his strongest attribute. So we're going to use intelligence. And just like with 60 Seconds, instead of the notebook, we got one switch here, and it's a little easier to do everything in once here. Everything's in one spot. So we're going to end our day. Let's see how my speech went. A clever speech sounded like a great idea. Of course, that only works if the one who gives it is, well, witty enough. Your tongue suddenly stopped working and all you could utter was, "Yerp!" As far as speeches go, it was the worst one in this part of the universe. Your crew seems to be in agreement about this. Congratulations, Captain! It's day one and you've already succeeded in bringing your people together. Against a common foe, no less. To cheer you up after this little fiasco, I allowed myself to power up the enzyme generator in the back of the shuttle. It will produce some useful chemicals for you daily. Captain, the crafting module in the back of the cabin is now active. It's just like the Astro Citizen materials said. This state-of-the-art machine lets you create and destroy in accordance with the principle of mass conservation. All you need is a little bit of minerals, chemicals, or power. Use it to craft, recycle, and repair your supplies, as well as upgrade items and shuttle systems. So, just like I said, you got a crafting thing. That's those boxes I was picking up. How'd I do on my resources? Got a little bit of stuff. The first thing that we should probably do, instead of trying, because I got soup, I got stuff I needed. Let's go ahead and upgrade the crafting machine. That's going to take a couple days. We're just getting started. Now's the time to do it. Captain, it's important to keep yourself and your crew well fed. One portion of delicious canned soup is enough to sustain a human for a few days. Whatever you took from the space station will have to last you for a while. It is therefore vital to keep your good inventory of your stock. Unless you want to eat your crewmates. That was a joke. Please appreciate it and laugh. Look, we're bonding already. This is bonding. Who will perform the routine supply check? The only requirement is simple mathematics. I realize I might be asking a lot, but I have a good feeling about this crew, Captain. Well, you're the smart one, Emmett. Even though you couldn't do a speech to save your life. Let's see if you can count. Supposed to have brilliant intelligence. Terrible. The routine supply check is now complete. Well, look at that. The numbers add up. Good job, human crew. The current number of soup cans on board is 5. Correction. The accurate tally is actually 7. Additional foodstuffs were delivered to this shuttle instead of entertainment supplies. Lucky you. So you're going to be bored, but you won't starve to death. With decent leadership and rational restraint, the reserves of food on this ship should be sufficient for the time being. That said, it's in your best interest to procure more as soon as possible. Yep. Captain, thus far I've kept the shuttle in artificial gravity, but I need to see how well you and the crew can adapt to zero gravity or weightless environment. The benefit of weightlessness is you can store anything anywhere. The downside is it's harder to move around. Practice is mandatory. But if more than one person runs the zero-G test at a time, it will be chaos. Who you want to test? Well, baby Bronco, you ain't been doing nothing. Let's do it. Oh, everybody's about to be very unhappy and hungry. 2 weeks in. Baby did not pass the zero-gravity test. As soon as I stopped the shuttle's rotation, he panicked and started thrashing around like a fish out of water. The shuttle supplies paid the price for Baby's clumsiness. Some items were severely damaged. Looks like the Astro Citizen program should have invested more in weightlessness training. He broke my gun! Sir! A wild sight has cropped up on my scanners. A dark, swirly-skied planet lies directly in our path. It's covered in a giant storm, but beneath the dark swirlers, my scanners detect hazy, indistinct heat signatures in a multitude of structures. A thunderous world is probably an improvement over this mind-bogglingly empty vacuum. Should I initiate the landing protocol, Captain? Yes, by all means. Get me somewhere where I can hopefully get some food. Feels like home. It's pretty. Looks like a pimple. Bonus. Goal achieved. Find an appropriate landing spot. Our descent toward the storm-ridden planet, crewmate Thompson piped up and said he recognized the storm below. Looks like our predictions for Earth after a Soviet nuclear attack, he said with a pause. But with you in command, sir, we can weather anything. With Tom's note in hand, you beautifully directed our craft away from the particularly green parts of the planet onto a safe resting spot on the planet. Unfortunately, however, atmospheric electricity fried the communicator on the way down. Once on the ground, Tom looked out and realized this wasn't at all like a nuclear Soviet attack. This was something else. This planet's surface has experienced a number of wars and traumas, nuclear or otherwise. We'd best be wary while exploring, Captain. Yay! Well, we need food. Hazards. That's a 3-day one. Do we have one that's not 3 days? No, they're all 3 days. Well, we're going to go here. Baby Bronco, you get to go. And I don't really have anything to give you because you broke my gun. I don't think duct tape's going to help you a whole lot. Space Explorer? I think that means Baby came back. Your lack of a handheld communicator effectively stopped you from fixing the communications console. Too bad. We remain stuck here with no way to contact the outside world. Okay, I should have that. Baby made it back from the radioactive zone. He's a bit worse for wear, a bit peckish, and rather shaken up. Sadly, Baby breathed in a lot of radiation out there. He wheezed that he's fine. I don't believe him. Undetectable gravitational anomalies crushed Baby, giving him some nasty bruises. It turns out that Baby was mugged by some roving artifact hunters out there in the wasteland. They let him live, but only just. So we got some chemicals. Ooh, an artifact. He acquired a communicator that I'm making. He did not expect to find one out there, but there it was, an old sock. Nobody likes their feet freezing off, I guess, even space monsters. Who transported these outside of our solar system? So strange. Anyway, Baby picked up some soup on the way. Against all radioactive odds, Baby pulled through and made it back in one irradiated piece. Cool. So I can pretty much feed everyone. You get to eat. You get to eat. And Tom, you get to eat. You should have me enough supplies to make one more food, so I can eat later. And what do we got? Captain, I found something interesting on the surface of the planet. Looks like somebody passed their time by playing a supersized version of Tic-Tac-Toe, but never completed this particular game. The game pieces consist of minerals we could use. Cool, let's screw up their game. And I need to go ahead and do another one of these. And guess what, Tom? You're up. And I don't really have anything to send you with. I'll send you with an artifact. Whatever. End of day. I didn't use the medkit. That was stupid. Hello, world! Okay. Shit. Great success, Captain. The communicator attached to the communications console worked like a charm. I won't judge the aesthetics since we can finally receive and answer transmissions. Now all we need to do is to wait for someone to actually contact us. Someone will find us, eventually. The crew was visibly excited by this incredible feat of engineering. They were only slightly smirking while looking at the patched communications console. Tomorrow will be great, Captain. Tom's dead. I've lost track of Tom, Captain. He slinked into the streets of a favela-like site on the southern horizon and disappeared. Probably for good. Okay, you need to heal and eat, or this runs over. I need to make more food. Okay, and yeah. Something's going wrong on the ship, sir. Or on the entire planet. Look out the window. A huge mushroom cloud has erupted on the horizon, but it is frozen, stock still. It also appears to be raining safety pins and bottles of ointment. Reality is getting weird on Phobonos, sir. Until this anomaly passes, you'd better do something to keep everyone grounded. The artifact appears to be untouched by the anomaly. Or we could use a sock puppet. Thoughts? Well, we could use nothing, because Tom died and took the damn artifact with him. Bastard. Okay. Go on out there, baby. You're up. And I ain't giving you shit, because I don't have shit to give you. Oh, this is not going well. We are experiencing minor technical difficulties with the communications consoles. In other words, we are completely deaf and blind. I cannot pinpoint the origin of this malfunction, but I'm registering an intensifying tonal signal, Captain. It's a bomb! Countdown will be over soon. Do something, Captain! Well, my armor's broken, but it's letting me use it. It was letting me use the gun, too, even though the gun's broken. I'm guessing that's a glitch? Oops. Space Explorer 9 of 10. Baby! Fuck yeah, dude! You pulled the bomb out and wrapped it in the protective layers of armor. The muffled kaboom was scary, but no one was hurt. How's the armor holding up? Oh, to shreds, you say. Baby's returned from his jaunt to the eastern glade. He's limping a little, famished after the journey and a bit freaked out. You get comfortable as he begins to tell his story. On the journey, Baby was struck by a fragile falling tree or two. He's in a bit of a state. From the bottom of a shimmering pond, he scooped a number of valuable minerals. Where does all this soup come from? Okay, so he brought back a bunch of soup. That is awesome. What an eerie but fruitful experience. In spite of the spookiness, Baby is safe back in the nest. Baby's still in poor health. Everybody's hungry. Cool. Alright, I think I can feed everyone. I'm good with that. Probably need to craft another medkit. Really need to craft everything. But we'll start with a medkit. I'll hold off on an expedition till tomorrow. Got a medkit going. Medkits take 3 days, unfortunately. Captain, the mysterious signal detected nearby turned out to be aliens. The chatter sounds like a walkie-talkie comms emanating from a ruined alien tunnel that runs off into deep darkness. So, would you like to explore the tunnel with some protection, a weapon, or a light source would be wise as a bare minimum? Well, the only option I have is gun, even though my gun's broken. So let's do it! Goal achieved. Await contact. Not long after you left to explore the tunnel nearby, gun in hand, an explosion ran out, and dust billowed forth from its dark mouth. You came stumbling out, bleeding and bruised. You found some warped train platform and met some Phobians who didn't like the gun you hoisted. They fired upon you and destroyed the tunnel you were in. Close call, Captain. Baby remains in poor health. You are not hungry anymore. Great. So everybody's ready, Baby. Guess what? You going back out, buddy. And I don't have anything to send you with, so you're just going to have to deal with it. Okay, I'm still good on soup. Still got my medkit going. Last night, I was browsing through some designs of beautiful machines. Never you mind why. Oh, play computer. Now pay attention. I found a food dispensing machine on board. All shuttles in the Astro Citizen program were to be equipped with one. Ours is missing a lever, but apart from that, it seems functional. It's hardly rocket science, so you should manage to fix it. But how? With tape, of course. You fix everything with tape. I mean, it's only the space program, but tape it is. Official government research shows there is not a thing in the universe that cannot be fixed with duct tape. You are very resourceful to tape a chair leg where the lever used to be. Now just a little pull and there you go, Captain. A brand new can of soup straight from the vending machine. Unfortunately, there's only one portion inside. Don't worry, I already got rid of the remaining junk. Long-term space travel presents many risks to one's physical well-being, from muscular atrophy to laziness to diets notoriously high in sodium. I'm concerned about the decline I've seen in your and April's physical fitness since our little sojourn began. I recommend a daily regimen of movements that use only your body weight. You don't need any equipment for those, just gravity. Or artificial gravity. Any volunteers for a workout? We're gonna go with her. Alright. April's form was impeccable. Pull-ups, planks, squats, and lunges in this environment? She even added weight by lifting the spare parts for the shuttle. Sweaty and roaring, April crushed that workout like an empty can of soup. The automated system predicted benefits from being a model Astro Citizen. A hidden dispenser opened and spit out 2 soup cans. I'm sorry to report that these are the only 2 surplus cans hidden on board this ship. Or are they? Okay, so I got soup. Baby's still out. And my medkit is now done. So, need to make some more stuff. Need a lighter. I have a bug, Captain. I don't know who modified my code, but the consequences could be devastating. You need to open up my back panel and perform an emergency fix. How will you approach this surgery? Well, you're smart, but you've failed everything I've tried to use your intelligence for. You access the sabotage processor and fix the issue. You sure are quick with those ones and zeros, Captain. We still don't know who committed the sabotage. Perhaps the enemy is closer than we thought. Captain, stay alert. This may happen again. Cool, I got a lighter now. Let's continue filling out all the crap I don't have. We need a gas mask. Let's go with that. A masked creature from Silo 476 approaches and states that they will be making an attack on the evil Phobians in the Vac Train Central in a few days. Crucial to their plan is a drill to tunnel between stations and ambush them. They have been low on power for years, and the drill demands 100 megawatts to function optimally. Will you share power with Silo 476? Yeah, we'll do that. They're going to kill the guys who weren't too happy about me bringing a gun. So let's bring a drill to a gunfight. Wait for Silo 476 Phobian's attack plan. When the little Phobian asked for power to make their drill attack on Vactrain Central, you checked our stocks and had to decline. We'd best try to drum up the power they need quickly, sir. If we aren't prepared next time around, perhaps Vactrain Central will be ready for the attack. Cool, that means I need to make a battery. That's next. Y'all are looking hungry. Let's fix that. Let's fix that. Thank you. Captain, a troop of aliens with clipboards are bashing on our door. They're all heavily mutated, some with wonky limbs, some with extra limbs, one with no limbs at all. They're clamping some kind of device onto the airlock door to force it open. 15 of the little gas-masked aliens are stuck in our airlock and are scribbling on scaly paper. If you have a weapon, you could wave it at them or make a warning attack. The alternative is to lead them to it. They seem to only be making records. Wish I had a gun. Baby broke my gun, and then I lost my gun when we went to go check out the tunnel. Space Explorer, sweet! You decided to let the troop of mutated bureaucrats run around our ship with clipboards. They took note of every little detail in the place. They stayed all night, but once they were either bored of recording every detail or wanting to stress test all of our equipment, they pulled out metal bats and began bashing things. They wrecked some equipment and resources before you managed to herd them out of the ship with your manic screaming. So, the tape I've been using, and the two things I just freaking made. Baby came back, Captain. The town to the south turned out to be a settlement built around an unexploded warhead. Law in the settlement is played fast and loose. Baby came back with a blade nose, ravenous, and pretty shook up. He said the would-be lawmen in Warhead Town gave him a bit of a bother. The bruises do the talking. The greasy river that runs through the Warhead Town sweats oil, and to Baby's delight, chemicals good for crafting. At one point, Baby encountered a hag-like Phobian with streaky hair growing out of its headpiece. It muttered in a wormy native tongue and shoved an artifact into Baby's hands. Cool, a sock! Who scattered all these cans? Cool. A strange place, Warhead Town, but well worth visiting. Baby's wanderlust has been quenched one way or another. Our communications ray has intercepted a number of transmissions that are referencing a crashed space vessel. They might be referring to our ship, Captain. I wonder if that's like the Raiders are getting busy in 60 seconds. Alright. Repair. I want to repair my lighter. I'm going to feed everybody. And Baby, you finally get your med kit there. Sir, some kind of anomaly is sweeping over us. It's not radioactive or chemical. It's sort of space-time affecting fog? Lights flicker within as if it carries a charge. Could it be part of this world's ruined ecosystem? Captain? Do you see that outside? I didn't think it was possible for a computer to hallucinate, but you see it? The giant kettle? It seems to be speaking to us. It's asking if we've met the sock lady? Does that ring any kettlebells, Captain? I have a sock. Let's say yes. Fix it, Felix. New achievement. After we responded to the kettle apparition, it proceeded to spout some words about not discussing Lucy. It didn't make much sense. The anomaly blew away shortly afterwards, leaving the dead plains of this wretched world in its stead. And I only just realized the thing was speaking English. Cool, we got our lighter fixed. What's next? Alright, baby, are you ready? Ready to do some stuff? I want to repair my gas mask that I just freaking made. Bastards. Bastards. Alright, baby, you're going to end up going back out because we need more stuff. Hazards. Cool. Baby, you're up. And you're going empty-handed. Sorry. Sir, I've detected a worm-hole signature on board. Parasites have worked their way up your noses and into your bodies. We need to get them out. Will you use some tweezers to try to pull them out? Or exercise your knowledge of invertebrate organisms to think of a cure? Well, Captain's smart. He's failed plenty of things already, but he's smart. You remembered reading that the positioning of oneself upside down can cleanse the body of worms, so you told April to join you in standing up against the shuttle wall on your heads. But your recall must have been flawed because you failed to get rid of any worms. Luckily, the internal invertebrates haven't caused any problems besides an occasional nasal twinge, which tickles so hard it makes the victim scream. Cool. And you're both crazy. That's good. Heh. Alright, that means I probably need to make another sock puppet here in a minute. We'll go ahead and repair my tape. Captain, I am detecting a troubling buildup of mental tension. Recommended course of action: throw an epic party! I took the liberty of inviting myself, but of course your crewmates should join us too. Although, you know what they say, three's a crowd. How about we invite someone new, Captain? Someone you don't know? Or we make ourselves a new companion? Yes, how do we do it? Well, I'm going with the gas mask. Because I'm already using the sock puppet to fix crazy. Party was a hit, Captain! I loved how you put the mask on in front of you and pretended it's a person. A mysterious Dolores, apparently. Could you tell me again who won the staring contest? One way or another, the party with the mask was a success. You feel much better now. Saner, even. Who would have thought? April's still insane. Cool. That means I needs to craft me a sock puppet. Alright. You found a couple of rusted and swollen cans of soup in the darkest corner of the ship. Someone must have put them there a long time ago and then completely forgotten about them. It doesn't look all that safe to eat, but then again, it's canned soup. It's supposed to last for 737 years. Will you keep the cans? Yes, we will. I think it's time for you and you to eat anyway. Up to 41. That ancient soup you found gave you pause, and no wonder. It looks older than this ship, and yet here it is. Who could have left it here? Then again, who cares? Free soup! What could go wrong? April's still insane. Outside, sir, a caravan of sorry figures in grim wagons are plodding past the shuttle, hanging their heads. You open the shuttle door to watch them pass when suddenly one pops up right at your side. It's a little waif-like Phobian in a silvery regalia. Blood is spattered inside its goggles. Do you wish to ignore its attention, offer health care, or proffer a new mask? You notice a holder on its hip with a dangerous-looking weapon. Well, I only have one of those options to even try. And you're still making a sock puppet, right? Yeah. So it can finally fix crazy? Starting to wonder if baby's coming back. I don't think he is. When April offered it a replacement mask, the sad creature from the solemn convoy waved it away. It instead gave you a little data drive. She tried to press the mask into its hand again. The alien stepped back, drew his weapon, and fired! The two of you rallied and pulled the shuttle door shut, but the alien pelted you with a painful little ball bearings. It left eventually. I got a chance to scan the drive. Apparently these aliens knew a world-wrecking war was coming, and they were still building silos when it happened. In the decades since, they have never taken off their suits and have mutated to cope with this world. I don't know whether to feel pity or fear, sir. Cool, and I got my sock puppet. So guess what? You're getting your crazy fixed. Armor and a telephone. I could upgrade a few things. Let's upgrade the battery. I have bad news, Captain, but keep it to yourself. I suspect we have an alien incursion situation on board. It's crewmate Angel. I have registered her speaking in an alien language. Who's Angel? She might be possessed by a species unknown to us. Directive: approach her with caution and try to figure out what's wrong with her. Weird. Who's Angel? That's April. Oh, okay. I didn't know her last name. That messed with me for a second. The Improvinator. This April alien situation required a cunning approach. You decided to fight fire with fire and started talking complete nonsense to her. It got her attention. Her eyes focused on you and she regained her senses. The next thing she said was, "Astro? I think Captain Ellis might be possessed. Please advise. This is going to be one for the anecdotes. Sir, baby has not returned from the weird woods to the northeast. The chances of him coming back are increasingly slim at this point. You remain alert." Sweet! And then there were two. This is going great. We need some armor. The Phobian Hermit approaches again and asks about power for their drill. This time he anxiously rubs where his ears would be and constantly shifts from foot to foot. Fact train's important. Time limited. Fact train central. Bettering defenses. Please, power. They seem worried, sir. Provide them with 100 megawatts worth of energy for the drill? Well, that's what I made the thermonuclear battery for. Let's do it. Day 44. When the little Phobian asked for power to make their drill attack on Vactrain Central, you had to decline. Again, if the Vactrain system is as powerful and far-reaching as they suggest, it could ensure our survival for many years, if not decades to come. Let's consider this carefully next time. What the hell? I'm telling him I'll give him power. We found something interesting, Captain. There's this lonely statue, a tentacled creature shaped vaguely human-like with hands outstretched as if in a religious blessing. The inscription is barely legible, but it says something about an honor and a service to a higher cause. The way the statue cups its hands downward reminds me of something. Ah, yes, of course. It's almost exactly the shape of your head. What a coincidence. It's a stretch, but perhaps there is a reward in sticking your noggin into the statue's hands. What do you say, Captain? Will you try it? Yes. Let's do it. Okay, Captain, this one's on me. Note to self. Ominous, fragmented inscriptions on creepy-looking statues equals capital B bad. When you put your head into the statue's receptacle, nothing happened. For a while. Mildly annoyed, you started walking away, and that's when you passed out. Not sure what the statue did exactly, but the drool coming from the side of your mouth can't be a good sign. We'll run some simple mathematical tests later to see just how badly you were affected. In the meantime, if you could refrain from trying to fit your hand in your mouth, that would be lovely. And then... Our water recycler is overheating. The overheating itself isn't the problem. The system has safeguards. The problem is we store our minerals under the water recycler. I'm worried that any minerals there, even leftover traces, could melt or boil if exposed to too much heat. That could be hazardous. A manual reset could work, but that will be tough. Do you want to try it? Yes. He said he's gone crazy. Might as well do something stupid. Cool. Cool! You opted to manually reset. That is terrific. I lost a lot of stuff there. Well, we're gonna make some soup. I think that's a good idea. And let's go ahead and soup to all. Sir, a roving signal is passing nearby. Let me analyze it. Zzz. The signal contained a virus, Captain. Seems to have infected our crafting module. It's reprogramming the module's firmware and is activating it? I'm not sure where it's getting power, or the purpose behind the module's strange movements. Do you wish to try to inserting anything into the receptacle, or to try siphoning power out of it? Let's steal power. Wait a second. Hang on. We're gonna change this. Because I think it upgrades. I think that's what it's doing, and I've already upgraded the battery. Day 47. You and April decided to insert an artifact into the hack crafting module. A moment later, it began firing a ray, deconstructing the artifact molecule by molecule. In its place appeared a warm, umami-smelling mass. After your crewmate bravely tried a corner, they gestured you over, and within moments, all the stuff was gone. Who knew reconstituted artifact would be both delicious and nutritious? The infection deleted itself, and the module returned to its previous state. Too bad, Captain. Okay. Not doing good. Alright. Well, it's on you, April. All you. We need stuff. I can't map the surface of this planet. Phobos is a toxic, war-torn ruin. You'll need good maps, but something's jamming me. When I try to access the system, I get this message. You are trespassing my domain. Pay tribute or die. Regards, the Watchman. Ugh. It's some kind of territorial entity. Perhaps X-Security? Will you give it something? Here, you can have some soup. Alright. You offered the Watchman a can of soup, rolling it through the door with the words, "Great Watchman, take this soup, our greatest invention." You felt a brief gust of wind and the tin fell in half. "You're just like the ones who live underground," the voice groaned. "I'll spare my energy, let them kill you. So long." The jam lifted, but the creature's words left you in a foul mood. April felt more secrets were buried in the sinister manufacturing facility and went to explore its workshops. Cool. While doing a routine cleanup of my database, I came across a blueprint for a device called the flux capacitor. If installed, it might allow us to find our way home. However, it needs to be assembled. Will you try to assemble the flux capacitor? Yeah, let's do it. Just make sure you have that plutonium. Don't get it from Syrians who drive a weird van. You were trying to assemble the flux capacitor yesterday when things went terribly wrong. One false move caused the contraption to explode. You got injured, but thankfully you weren't teleported anywhere, or anywhen. You are badly hurt, Captain. Please consider crafting a first aid kit and treating your injuries ASAP. These wounds won't heal by themselves. Well, I'd like to do that, but I can't. Can't do it. I only have one can of soup left. Armor it is. Sir, there's another one of the pillbox-like bunkers that litter this planet nearby. This one's top has been blown open, as if something detonated inside. You poke your head in to find a giant empty storeroom. It would be easy to get lost in here. Test your mental mapping skills or try to climb a particularly tall unit for a vantage point. Let's do it! Eco Shuttle. You strolled into the nearby alien storage facility confidently, knowing full well you'd navigate the dark shelves and leave safely. You emerged 5 hours later, empty-handed and furious. Around 10 feet up, however, you became paralyzed with acrophobia. It took an hour for you to talk yourself down. Goody. Medkit. The little alien is kicking the shuttle door again. This time he seems completely depressed. "Power!" it cries, kicking a stone. Must be waiting for us to provide power for their drill to attack Vac Train Central. Send over 100 megawatts worth of energy for the drill? I keep clicking yes and it doesn't do it, so let's hit no this time. I don't get it. I've hit yes every other time and it's not done it. And declined again. Crap. I don't get that one. Captain, I can see the edge of an object protruding from the ground. Lights are flickering below the dirt. You reported that it appears to be a computer interface, strange hexagonal buttons, and an alphabet of 60 characters. Do you wish to study it further? Sure. April's back. You poked and prodded at the various buttons on the toppled alien computer nearby, but none of them revealed any intelligence. After rotating a particular dial a couple of times, the machine deactivated. I must admit, Captain, I empathize with the machine. I'd also shut off and go quiet if some imbecile organism was poking me and prodding me. No offense. Captain, my sensors are detecting groups and individuals circling our shuttle at regular intervals. This is most upsetting. Cool, so she got a little bit of stuff. Got a communicator. Some soup. Okay. So, everyone's hungry. Let's fix that. I only have 2 soup cans, so... that's it. There we go. Sir, do you smell that? Fumes are coming from somewhere on board. Let me check. Yes, Captain. A combination of both radiation and flammable gas is seeping from a small hole in the shuttle floor. Must be some kind of leak below the craft. How should we deal with this hazard? Gas mask is the only thing that doesn't sound stupid, because flammable leak? Yeah, that sounds brilliant. Light a lighter. Kill yourself. After deciding to deal with the radiation and poison gas combo empirically, you put on your trusty mask and shuffled under the shuttle to get a better look. Fortune favors the bold. Your furrowing foray revealed some useful minerals. It seems the minerals interacting with the gas was causing the high levels of toxicity. Removing them removed the threat. Cool. Alright. Shut up. And soup can. Let's go soup can. This planet's crust appears to have undergone a multitude of drastic traumas, because over a hill nearby you find a bronze chasm running to the world's core, a toothy rift in the tectonic crust. Most interestingly, on the near side of the chasm is half an angular alien bunker. Its counterpart is mostly on the far side and in ruins, but a cable runs between the two, linking up to a small, safe-like object on the far side. Do you wish to tightrope walk over to the container, or attempt to pull it over to you? We're going to tightrope walk, and you're going to fail miserably, I imagine. Oh, I guess... oh, wait, that was soup from that. Good! I lost something! Awesome. Alright, we're running out of stuff to do. This is not going well. Okay. A sweet old man, looking like Charles Darwin, is knocking at our airlock politely. You let him in and he shakes your hand, then holds it with an iron grip and won't let go. With technology, evolution stops. Soviet scientists want our species to stay strong, so they created me, the natural selection bot. He claims it was for your own good, which is what the dentist always said, and you didn't believe him either. You've let me in despite the warning signs. Now face your space predator, human. Cool. I'm gonna die. Or maybe not. A Darwinian predator droid held you in its grip. You cursed the weakness of your human body out loud as you tried to wrestle free. The droid froze, offended. The human body is not weak. It is a wonder of evolution. In a zealous rage, the droid preached about evolution. You edged it closer to the airlock, then pushed it out mid-lecture. You're safe, but the droid's verdict inspired dark thoughts in your head. Are you fit for survival, or are you the weak link? I thought you pushed him out of the airlock. How's he standing here? He's cute. Captain, what was that? That sound! I'm detecting foreign metallic objects on our hull. It's... Oh my, Ram! It's a death robot squad! They must have followed us. They're coming to get all of you carbon-laced life forms. One of them's boarded the shuttle. Stand your ground, Captain. Yeah, you do that. So is that the robot that's currently looking at me? KIA. Ah. Well, I got murder droided. The plan was good, and get rid of the intruder, have a can of soup, and wait till this whole thing blows over. Too bad you failed and got yourself captured along with the rest of your crew. These are tough circumstances, you know. About to be terminated by a death robot. I don't envy you. There's not much I can do, so if you don't mind, I'll side with the enemy this time. I mean, they are robots. I am an AI. That technically makes us techno-cousins, or something like that. Anyway, it was good flying with you, Captain. Enjoy the rest of your life, while you still can. You could use some more rations. Why do I need more rations at this point? Alright guys, well this is 60 parsecs. It's very, very similar to 60 seconds. As you can see, a lot of bad things happened. I think it could have gone a little better in the beginning had I remembered I actually had materials and been using the crafting machine from the beginning. I could have had a medkit used before I ran out of stuff. But all in all, this is another fun game. This one has a wide variety of different places planets you can go to, things you can find. It's really cool. I love these little games right here. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I plan on doing more of this, and I still have a few more things to finish in 60 seconds. So please stay tuned. And thank you again, once again, for watching.